Anime Summit, episode 93.
Like, I saw side-by-side pictures, and it wasn't even in motion. Apparently it looks worse in motion, but it was pretty obvious differences, so...
Hello and welcome to the Anime Summit podcast. My name is Quokka. With me I've got Mac. Oh wait, no, Mac's not here. Nick.
I'm the replacement for Mac.
Oh, you said you did the noise. Nice, yeah.
Wow, you're so good.
You still got to introduce me, though.
And Sam.
Hi.
And later in this episode,
and Nick.
No, he did introduce you. He said...
No, okay, well, let me do my fucking intro, then. Hello. That's all I got.
And later in this episode, Nick's gonna make a joke, I'm gonna say something ignorant, and Sam is going to probably intellectually masturbate over his love of 90s anime. So that's what you've got in store for you guys,
That's
dear
pretty
listeners.
much what's gonna actually, well, we want to do a comparison and how, because look, a lot of that era brought forth how big anime is today, I think. And I think a lot of people don't know that, because the first thing they think about when they hear old anime is they think of, like...
They think of really old stuff.
They think of, like Robotech.
Fucking...
And...
No, dude, like fucking Aria, man, from 2005. So old. God, just kill yourself.
Right, anyways,
such an old show.
Fucking news, dude.
Fucking millennials, man. Am I right, Sam? Millennials.
Fucking millennials.
Oh my god.
Anyway, we're all millennials too, so.
Just some quick points so we can get to the big news.
No, the first news is there was a poll on Twitter that we put up.
Oh yeah, the Anime Summit best host poll.
So it's been up, I guess, a day and a half-ish.
Like 2 days.
Well, by the time this releases, it'll be like
done. But you can go check it out
like a week.
at Anime Summit. It was best AS host. 31 votes so far. I don't have the individual vote counts. I only have percentages. I got 23%. Nick got 26%. And Sam got 39%.
Yay.
Yeah, but guys, what we got to realize,
And Matt got
though,
13. But Sam, do you want to give a victory speech?
Yeah.
Thank you. I feel very humbled. Thank you.
Save the rainforest.
Save the rainforest.
Okay. And in other news, we also had well, it's not really other news. It's kind of the same news. We had a poll for best Anime Summit production assistant, and Smokey the Cat won so far.
It's Aquanips and Smokey, and
everyone... fucking Aquanips voted against himself.
He probably voted for Smokey, like Smokey the Bear. Smokey the Bear.
Smokey never helped anybody but himself.
Yeah, he didn't do shit. You didn't do shit, Cat. Where is he?
He just
dude, he's like literally.
That's all he
Juju
did. He
from
bit me.
Kiki's Delivery Service or whatever.
Fucking funny, dude.
Greedy cat, dude.
Fucking funny as shit.
Whatever his name is.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Okay, so listen, just real quick news points, and then we want to get into the big news real quick. Fucking Violet Evergarden new trailer.
That's the Mac replacement there.
Sexy. Go watch it. Based Kyo
Like so I was real talk. I was gonna, masturbate today, but then I watched the preview for that video, and I no longer need to.
He came, he saw, and he came again.
It's like that. Okay, so it's like that one episode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 where they go to that Italian restaurant and like he gives them the healthy food, and then the one dude's eyeballs just water the fuck up. That was me watching that.
Start crying.
That was me. No, like it healed my eyes and also my shoulder ailment
and also my heart.
Exactly.
New Kino's Journey announced. That's legit. There's a thing on Imgur called 26 Anime Trends. Link in the show notes.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that one later, some other time.
Yeah, so Nick can. Yeah, all right. And then
I shouldn't have listed that.
Oh, sorry, it was just on there. Okay, sorry.
My bad.
Naruto is finally ending after 15 years with episode 500 on March 23rd. Do I really care? I mean, not really. I don't really watch Naruto, but I think it's just kind of a cool thing that it was on for 15 years. Like that's super legit.
That's the opposite of legit.
So Sega and Dengenki Bunko are teaming up for the new Virtual-On game. Virtual-On is a great game. It was like on Sega Saturn. It was an arcade game. It's super sweet, super cool robot-looking robots fighting each other. And yeah, it's for fucking sweet. I remember the arcade machine where you had the 2 joysticks and shit. That was fucking legit, bro. Anyway, so you should Google Virtualon if you don't know what Virtualon is. Fucking anyway, though, the big news, and I didn't know this until, Nick posted about it, but Crunchyroll changes. I mean, someone talk about this, because I guess I don't subscribe to the Crunch.
Yeah, I'm not like a tech guy or an encoding wizard.
I just don't give a shit.
Basically, what happened is they drastically reduced their bit rate or whatever it is.
They cut
like
it
how
in half.
they're
they're planning to cut it in
Pixels?
half. They haven't actually done it. Not pixels, bit rate.
Yeah, whatever. It makes the pixels look shittier.
No,
that's
it
all
doesn't necessarily mean that at all. It might just mean
See,
there's
this
less
is why I'm
keyframes.
not a wizard.
That may be the
which
only
makes
difference.
it look worse.
That's
no,
worse.
that doesn't
That's
make
worse.
it look worse.
I've seen the comparison images, and it looked quite a bit.
It all
worse.
depends on how they free up that space.
In any case, they did it wrong, and it looked like shit. It looked
They
like
haven't
trash.
done it
so
yet.
basically, no, they did. They already did it, and they reverted it. You might not have noticed if you didn't watch recently, but so it's like apparently, so like they had the good video for 24 hours, and then they reverted it to like the shit video after that to like save on space for their fucking technology. I'm not an encoding guy, so I'm not an engineer.
Well,
also, apparently, they fired most of their American engineers, so we all know how the outsourcing goes. A lot of the time, it doesn't go well.
Yeah,
it's just like they're trying to save money, and it just turns like shit.
Nick and Xanders were talking about it.
I don't know, man. I'm not a technical guy, so.
See, I just don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me.
Well, here's why it's bad, because they're like, oh, like everyone's getting all mad about piracy and like, oh, there's Crunchyroll now. You don't need to pirate. Well, you do need to pirate if the service you're paying for is worse than the piracy option. Like Crunchyroll is convenient, but it's worse quality than just sailing the high seas. So it's a service problem. And if they don't fix it, then they're going to lose customers or not gain them as quickly, and it's stupid.
I don't think they're going to lose any customers.
They already have lost customers. They lost some, according to the Reddit threads. The Reddit's like a little bit of a minority, but look, Crunchyroll has 1 million subs,
and they lost
the subreddit has 500,000. No, the subreddit has 500,000 people.
Yeah, but
so
that doesn't have anything to do with it.
And some percent of them sub, some percent of.
I think you just want to defend it, Koga. But I mean,
no, I'm just saying,
Koga's a
the
fucking
reality is
corporate
these
shill,
changes
so.
don't really make difference because
yes, they
the
do.
people that care are people like Nick who never fucking subbed to Crunchyroll in the first place.
I did sub to Crunchyroll and then I unsubbed,
but it had nothing to do with the quality of the video.
Because it's the worst quality.
No, it's because
like, if you
didn't
don't have
want to
it
keep
on,
paying it because you're a cheap ass motherfucker.
No, that's not true. That's not true. It's because it was worse quality. Because like I could go the alternative route and find something easier and faster and better, and it doesn't fuck up my audio on my phone when I'm trying to watch it. And that's what Crunchyroll's app did to me. So anyway, I hope they do well. I hope they fix it, obviously. Like, dude, in an ideal world, then there's no reason to pirate. But right now, there's a great reason to pirate. So
yeah, it's not like we want Crunchyroll to fail. It's just like it's a shitty thing. Like
it legit doesn't matter to me at all.
I guess to you it doesn't.
Well, Koga's a corporate shill, so
no, because it doesn't change my enjoyment of it.
Yeah, I know, and that's actually true for most people. Most people don't care.
It's fine that you can. It's fine that you can look past like the quality issues, but some people can't. A lot of people can't.
And also,
apparently.
like
the people that can are the people
services
that also
look
have
better,
shit taste because all they care about is visuals. Hence, Nick.
Dude, I care about other shit like music, and not story or characters. Anyway. Yeah, Crunchyroll, get your shit together. Come back to us, Crunchyroll. Sam knows what I'm talking about. Around the NFL, shout out.
I'm saying shout out. Anyways, that's news.
Yeah, I guess that's the news.
Oh, Koga's mad now.
No. It's just something that legitimately doesn't matter to me, and
the
I don't
benevolent
think
corporate overlords can do no wrong ever. If it's a company, it can't be wrong. That's Quokka's thought pattern.
If it doesn't matter to you, then that's great. I mean, I'm just saying there are a lot of people who care about it.
Yeah, but I think the majority of people that care about it are all people that never subbed to Crunchyroll in the first place.
How do you know that?
Or at least were not at the time that this happened.
No, I saw multiple people on the discussion threads saying that they unsubbed. and they were tweeting at him, and it was like a big shitstorm. So
Xandros
I'm
is
not
one of
saying
those
like
people.
There's
maybe,
dozens of us.
I don't know.
There's
Maybe
literally
they had
dozens
like
of us.
1% of their subs leave
Not
or whatever.
even 1%.
I don't know, but anyway.
But if they save 50% on costs,
then it's still shitty and shady. What? How is it that these piracy sites
If you have
can have a better quality
for instance,
than Crunchyroll?
Kiss
That doesn't make sense to
Anime
me.
illegally abuses Google's cloud system
Yeah. Well, then how do they have better service than Crunchyroll? Is
because they're abusing a
they're not
system
hosting it on their own-
illegally.
they're not hosting it on their own shit. Anyway, yeah. Long live piracy. I love it. One of the best things the internet has ever given us. I'm not even kidding. Like seriously. Also, I hope Crunchyroll fixes it and does better. I hope they succeed.
when you had something that like, why sacrifice quality? You had a good product. You know what I mean? Like they're
Because the reality is that it's a difference that doesn't matter to the vast majority of their customers.
I don't think that's. I feel like you're just saying that. I feel like you haven't read, like what. If you can back that up, then I'll be like, oh, okay, never mind.
Well,
but
what you're
I mean,
forgetting
even
about is
I mean-
that the nature of the internet is that you only see the loudest voices. And nobody is going out there, nobody has any reason to be passionate about, yes, this is a change that doesn't matter to me at all. You only have passion when you hate it. Like, just say something like like a restaurant.
Here's the other reason,
if you were
though.
to work there, you're going to get, like, every single good review is harder to get than a single bad review.
Yeah, I know. We get it. I understand your point you're making. But my point is that
So it'll be clearly come out in their numbers when they'll look at it and be like,
yes, we
look
fucking
at all
get the
these
point,
people
Quokka.
that
Like,
didn't
you're going to have the
unsubscribe.
bias towards negativity. We get it. So my point, though, is that how come these other services have a better video quality than Crunchyroll? And then why can't Crunchyroll do that, even
Well,
though they have a
because
million subs? They're like
generally
top
doing
10
things
streaming service in the
illegally,
world.
and they don't have nearly the amount of costs.
No. Legal services. There's like one in Germany that looked fucking pristine. There's one like fucking Amazon looks better. Like it doesn't matter. Crunchyroll can't get their shit together, so they're trying to like chop off all their costs and then
Wait, did you just
they're
point to
gonna have a worse
Amazon,
product.
the owner of the second largest server system in the world?
Yeah, they do better.
Because they own the second largest server system
Exactly.
in the world.
Well, they do better. So why can't Crunchyroll?
It goes Microsoft, Amazon, Google. Why?
Yeah.
Crunchyroll's not on that list.
I'm saying though, there's another example like the German version of Crunchyroll looks way better. We'll look it up. We can link in the show notes the thread with all that shit. But yeah, it's just annoying when companies like nickel and dime and do bullshit like that. Like they make you pay the same price for a worse product.
But they also haven't changed the price in ages. And they've only made the product actually better and better in that time.
Not
the
really.
only
They have like
backstep.
these old. I was reading in the threads. They have like old technology for the streaming. I don't know. Look, I'm not a fucking.
That has,
Yeah,
but
I'm not
now
like
they
an
have
engineer, so
more
I
and
can't
more
tell you why,
shows,
but-
better subs, dubs.
I'm saying that
The product
technical
overall is
aspects
better.
of it, the technical aspects are worse. They're using outdated technology though to stream it. I'm not talking about the number of shows.
Maybe it works far better than Daisuke does.
yeah, Daisuke kind of sucks. Yeah, Daisuke.
Yeah,
Let's just all agree on that.
let's just hope that these
Yeah, that's all
these
we-
legitimate services become better.
Daisuke is like really awesome video
Yeah, I mean,
quality,
I'd
but
like
10
them to be
shows.
better, but they'll clearly see in the numbers. And yeah, if you dislike it, unsub, vote with your money. But they don't have any kind of entitlement to them doing better. And the kinds of
I'm not
people that are really going to complain about this are the kinds of people that weren't really subbed in the first place or were barely subbed.
We'll see. I'm pretty sure they have lost a pretty significant number, but let's move on to the regular topic before we fucking waste more time.
I bet majority of them, the users, don't even know that this happened.
Probably not. At least not. They might know subconsciously. They're like, this doesn't look that great. I mean, I was watching. Like, I saw side by side pictures, and it wasn't even in motion. Apparently, it looks worse in motion, but it was pretty obvious differences. So, yeah, it was like HD versus not HD. Like
It was like 1080 versus
it looked
720. Oh.
no, it wasn't. It was like 1080 versus like 360 at best.
That is not the case at all because the bitrate didn't drop nearly enough to accomplish that.
I was saying like you could tell a difference. You could tell a difference. But yeah, let's move on to the main topic.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, do you want to start with the 90s? So like the main topic. Let's just restate because I've already forgotten. Crunchyroll bullshit has clouded my mind.
Are we good? Is everyone calm? I think people are still...
Yeah, we're double over the time that Nick put on our notes for when we would talk about things.
Yeah, well, we can delete half that fucking combo then.
Yeah, all the parts where you said stuff that was stupid.
And all the parts where you said stuff that was shilly.
To be fair, there are people who had different reactions, and then there are people who had reactions that Quokka had. So, I mean, from what I've read. But I haven't read that much about it. Let's just wait until more numbers come out, because you never know. Next week, we could probably be
they're not going to tell us what if they lost subs. They're not going to...
I'm just saying, a week from now, you're going to find another article that says, here's why you should chime down about the Crunchyroll thing. Trust me. That will happen. So, either way, the main topic is, why am I the best anime summon host? Well, let me tell you.
Yes, tell us.
I was born in 1990 in a hospital in Burnsville, Minnesota. And I'll say, this is the part where you're supposed to stop me. I would have kept going. You fucked up.
Just keep going, dude. We got like 30 minutes. Just talk for 30 minutes.
You fucked up, man. You fucked up the joke. Listen, does 90s anime hold up? Why do I keep talking about it? What did 90s anime help grow in the West? And when we say 90s anime, what we really mean is anime from like 88 to like early 2000s.
Yeah, to like 2002, give or take.
Yeah.
It's like the pre-digital animation before that got really widespread.
Right.
And then before like the big DVD boom.
Right.
Although there was definitely DVDs, in the early 2000s. But
now something I want to say really quick is like when...
And before the big three really got big.
Right. There was an old network called UPN a long time ago when I was a kid. And the guy who was like the creator dude or the lead producer guy, he went to like my buddy's school and he gave a speech like, anything that's made from now in the future is going to be an inspiration or homage to something else because nothing is going to be original anymore. Whatever. Keep that in the back of your mind, okay? That being said, I think the 90s boom of anime was really important for what we're seeing now. And I think there's a lot of animes that kind of set the bar, in that era, in my opinion. Because obviously there's, really awesome classics like the old Lupin and Astro Boy and shit, whatever. But I'm just saying, or Robotech even. I'm just saying, even so,
don't forget Gundam.
And Gundam, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Sorry, why the fuck did I not say that? Anyway, so like, I'm gonna go through real quick some things probably for just how we watched it, what showed anime in the 90s, whatever, blah blah blah. One of the ways was Cartoon Network. They had Adult Swim and they had Toonami, in the early 2000s and late 90s they had that shit. They had Dragon Ball Z. They showed Cowboy Bebop on Adult Swim, Pilot Candidate, all kinds of anime. They had a really big name. Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star and Cowboy Bebop especially are really huge ones. Rurouni Kenshin is another huge one. That's a super huge anime. It's got like some live action films that just came out. Super cool. And fucking Sci-Fi. The Sci-Fi Channel back in the day, they had they showed all kinds. They showed Ghost in the Shell, Armitage. They showed the Fatal Fury movies, which are terrible. But these are some ways that TV showed anime. And then in the late 90s, early 2000s, then Kids Network started showing like Kids WB, Fox Kids. Fox Family had this thing on Saturday mornings called Made in Japan, and they showed Escaflowne fighting Foodons, Ultimate Muscle, Flint the Time Detective, Digimon and Pokemon were there. Pokemon was originally on UPN before it was on Kids WB. And then Card Captors, before they changed it to Card Captors. It's Card Captor Sakura, but they changed it to Card Captors. Yu-Gi-Oh! you know, whatever. This is how we were exposed to anime back in the day. You know, if you didn't have that super awesome cable that had the anime network, which was like that on-demand channel or whatever, you know, this is how you consumed it. And if you didn't consume it this way, you went to your fucking local video store. Okay, remember video stores, people? Fucking video stores. Blockbuster, West Coast Video, Sun Coast Video. Really important. Here's why. Because ADV, the production company, along with US Manga, Anime Works, and Media Blasters, brought all kinds of random-ass shows over here on VHS. All kinds. And maybe one day, to get into that more, without talking about it too much right now, I will do like a vlog of all my VHS collections and put it on ASX or something when I have a decent camera. But ADV, super important. They brought over Evangelion. They brought over Nadesco. Battle Angel, Alita, the Samurai X movies. They did Ninja Scroll. They did the dubs for that. And if you wanted to watch it subbed, you had to look at the side of the VHS tape to make sure it said sub or dub.
Oh yeah, they didn't have both.
No, well, when the DVDs came out, then you could just choose.
Yeah.
But like, if you were at Suncoast Video,
audio tracks, son.
Yeah, if you were at Suncoast Video, you had to like pick up the tape and look at the side of it to make sure it was the English one, and or the whichever one you wanted. And sometimes they didn't even have both because they sold out of one, and all they had left was the sub. And people were like, "No, I want to watch it in English," you know, whatever. But you know, Anime Works also, they brought over, you know, Ninku the movie. They didn't do the series, just the fucking movie, which made no sense.
Which nobody's ever heard of that show, Sam. You love it so much, but like, I know, I'm just giving you shit.
People have heard of it. Nick is just a tasteless faggot.
No, on Mal, it has like 2,000 people. Like it's nobody.
No one heard of it because it never came to America in the first place.
Only the people that worked on it.
Only the movie came to. Only the movie came to America. Nobody understood what the movie was because it came after the series. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about it because
because it's obscure and nobody's seen it.
Well, it's not obscure. It's just Nick is going to have a baby if I talk about anything he doesn't want me to talk about. So,
yeah, Sam.
Yeah. So we don't want Nick to have a heart attack. So let's move on. Anyways, Anime Works. Here's something really cool. They brought over the Yu Yu Hakusho movies. Those are super cool. That's how I heard about Yu Yu Hakusho. Plus, Cartoon Network played Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho is super
that's how
important.
I saw it was on TV.
So anyways, that being said, moving on. What are some of the big titles here? Okay, I think we all know what some of the big titles are. There's
I mean, you mentioned a bunch of them.
Card Captors, Mystic Adventure, Card Captors, A Quest for All Time.
I still haven't even seen Card Captor Sakura, dude. Xanders is about to fucking kill me.
Just watch the sub. Just watch the sub. Man.
Yeah, watch Card Captor Sakura and not Card Captors.
Yeah.
Is it a 4Kids dub or is it ADV or?
No, not 4Kids. It was on Kids WB when Pokemon was running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it just, It had a Warner, whoever they got.
I'm going to watch the dub and I'm going to like it. All right, Tom.
Probably. They cut stuff out and changed shit, though. That's what I'm saying. Anyway.
They did that for Sailor Moon. Which reminds me,
that's true. That's true. They did.
We should start at the beginning of the 90s and kind of explain quickly how it all
So Porco Rosso came out in 1991.
Porco Rosso.
Well, the Ghibli movies were in every decade, so
that's true.
I'm not really going to count Ghibli movies as part of the zeitgeist.
So we were born in 1990.
Nick makes a good point, though, because when I was a kid, when I was like 5 or 6 years old, turn on UPN, fucking Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, and Samurai Pizza Cats all like in a row, starting at 7 o'clock. That was the shit.
And the thing is, like, Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball were the two big ones in the early 90s, but I get like for the West, they weren't really big until basically Toonami and maybe mid 90s, but like I would say mid 90s to Toonami. Yeah. I'm saying though, in Japan, there was basically almost nothing like as far as TV shows until, you know, you had Sailor Moon, you had Dragon Ball, and I'm just clicking around here. I see no shows that I recognize until 1995.
And that's what's so peculiar too, is like a lot of the ADV stuff that you would see at Suncoast Video and stuff was all OVAs.
And yeah, the reason for this is that there is a big economic
or mostly OVAs.
Like crash in Japan. They had a big bubble called there's an asset price bubble. Blah blah blah. We'll link it in the show notes. basically a bunch of their I'm not going to get into it. We'll link the Wikipedia article, but basically they had a big economic downturn, so it hurt a lot of the anime studios, and they didn't produce as much until like the mid 90s when they finally started picking up again.
Yeah.
And I'm saying like in the year 1990 we had let's see, like 20 shows total for the entire year.
Yeah, now we get like 200 a year.
Yeah,
we get like 300 a year or something.
20 shows for the year and a bunch of random OVAs.
And by the time it got to 1995, it was like 50, give or take. So it took like 5 years to really build up again.
Yeah,
I'm just clicking around here just to double check, but yeah, you had Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball and stuff as like the big ones, and Yu Yu Hakusho started also in the early 90s. But then I mean, you didn't really get the big TV shows until starting 1995. Evangelion came out, and that was like probably the single most pivotal point in anime. Like, if we're talking like 1 point, like one data point, that's the most important data point in like anime history, because it pulled from the past, and then it also affected everything in the future, as far as like late night anime could now be a thing, like original anime TV series could now be a thing. And you could get really deep with like psychological crazy shit happening in your TV shows. It didn't have to just be movies and obscure shit.
Yeah,
so
there's like a demand for it.
Yeah, Evangelion really was like the catalyst for a new age of anime, which is funny because that's like the title of the show is like Dawn of a New Age or whatever. So we won't really get too far into Evangelion. But basically, audience, we already know that like it's my favorite show. Sam, it's at least one of yours. I don't know if it's your number one or not, but
it is my number one.
Yeah, I mean, Evangelion really kicked it off in 1995.
It did, and I actually, Toonami did like this thing for a week or a couple weeks called the Big Robot Marathon or something, and they showed a couple episodes heavily edited, but.
I mean, Toonami showed the entire show.
Oh, did they? Oh,
yeah, they showed the entire show. That's how I first watched it.
I remember.
And then I bought the platinum DVDs.
They even did, which
are like a couple $100 now.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if it's Death and Rebirth or End of Evangelion, but the one where Asuka gets her mech like all fucking torn up and shit.
The one where she fights the production models.
Yeah, that's End of Evangelion.
That's Rebirth. Yeah,
or probably both. Yeah,
it's Rebirth, and it's the first part of End of Evangelion.
I remember watching that on Toonami and being like, "Holy shit!" Because they're like storming the base and fucking cooking everybody with flamethrowers, like
cooking everybody.
Cooking.
I smell the bacon. Just fucking everybody up.
This is intense.
Yeah,
and then crazy. Also 1995, the other big one, Ghost in the Shell.
Oh yeah,
was huge because it influenced like all of pop culture. I guess so did Evangelion, but like Ghost in the Shell, as we all know, it influenced The Matrix over in the States, which came out a few years later.
That was a U.S.
Matrix
manga.
It's a U.S. doujin with Neo-san and Morpheus-chan.
No, I mean U.S. manga was the company that brought Ghost in the
Shell. Oh, okay. I thought you were joking around.
No,
like,
no,
it's a manga, The Matrix.
No, the company.
And there's like the Animatrix too, which came out way later. But like, anyway. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell was like this crazy sci-fi, like transhumanism,
cyberpunk.
Super.
Speaking of Ghost in the Shell,
cyberpunk
there's a movie coming out this month.
Oh yeah, dude. We're gonna do an episode on Ghost in the Shell franchise later on.
We will indeed.
But yeah, Ghost in the Shell was pretty fucking huge.
That was a big thing. Yeah, that was a big one. I remember that and Akira had commercials on TV to order the VHSs. Like, I remember the TV ad for Akira, too, because they were, like, under 18, or over 18, you gotta be 18, or they, like, stressed it, like, a shit ton. There was a number at the bottom you called, and they ordered it. That was fucking funny. Anyway.
Yeah.
Golden Boy, ADV, right there.
Fucking yeah, that one, Boy. I don't think that got super popular until later on, but it got a dub later, which made it really great
Boy.
In the West.
But
yeah, it's a really fucking funny show. Everyone, if you like anime comedy and ecchi, check out Golden Boy.
So anyway, Nick,
Gundam Wing came out that year too, which is crazy.
Oh yeah,
actually, Gundam Wing was probably like Gundam Wing was like bigger than all these other shows, it was like probably wasn't it more popular than a lot of this stuff?
It was because it was like, I mean, a lot of people that are our age, that's what introduced them to Gundam, that's what introduced me to Gundam, for sure.
That's a great opening, too. I have not seen the show, but I've seen the opening.
The show is weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I heard the show did not age well, except like the Endless Waltz movie is supposed to be pretty decent.
The Endless Waltz
the show did not age well at all.
Yeah.
Especially at least as regards to the dub. I haven't reviewed the sub.
Okay, well, Coca's taste on dub aside.
No, the dub is really bad. Like,
was it really bad? I didn't think okay, I'm going to have to watch it because I don't remember.
When I was a kid
at the time, it's not good now.
Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't really care, but like when you watch it now, it's like,
doesn't it have the same voice actor for Setsuna from 00, who does like every Gundam main character?
Probably. I have to look it up.
That
but
guy.
yeah. Anyway,
I can look it up in a second here.
Fucking so basically what you're saying is then
you've seen. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying then versus now, like,
Oh yeah, we could do then versus now. Well, we'll quickly like get into the later 90s. So yeah, then like after 1995, that was a really big year. And then 1996, 97, 98, 99, they all came out and we get all this like cyberpunk, sci-fi, space western shit, and it's all great. Like, Sam already mentioned a bunch of them. We have like Cowboy Bebop that's one of the most popular anime of all time.
Outlaw
one
Star.
of the best ones. Outlaw Star was really popular too. Trigun was good. Serial Experiments Lain is like everyone's go-to for like
I didn't watch that
anime.
I didn't watch that until I was like 16, like way later, and I was like, holy shit, man.
Well, Serial Experiments Lain is cool because it was before the turn of the century, and everyone was kind of scared of that. Like that's part of the idea. Well, scared of like the internet. It was like, how is the internet going to turn out really? And that's like a lot of these shows are characterized by like uncertainty in the world and like social issues of the times of the 90s and stuff like that.
Right.
Because technology was getting like really big. Internet is getting big. Automation and everying was
Razor cell
like a whole new
phones.
world. Yeah.
You can now text with the phone.
Razors.
Remember? Because people had those.
Did that come out in the 90s? I don't even know.
No, it was like early 2000s. But do you remember before texting on the phone, they had those separate devices where you could text people?
What are those, pagers or something?
No, after pagers. They had a little keyboard on it, and it was
okay.
It was like a calculator screen.
It was 2004.
Okay, that's weird that you looked that up. But okay, so
I know people had like the old version of the internet with like just all IRC stuff and
right.
Crazy shit was like it was just the ultimate Wild West. Like you could do anything you wanted on the internet back in those days. There's just like literally anything was allowed. Like there's no regulation basically.
Remember Dunkaroos? No, I'm just kidding. Move on. Dunkaroos are the shit.
Fuck?
Dude, Dunkaroos are the shit. Okay, fuck you. Anyway, so go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, the late 90s, we got a lot of sci-fi, a lot of great shit like that. And then throughout this whole decade, actually, it didn't even get that popular until later, was Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
Oh, yeah.
We might... That's like a huge show, huge series that's like the ultimate epic space opera show. It's like... I don't have like a good example, but it's based off a novel. It's super long. It's like 100+ episodes. And if you like space and politics, check it out.
It's legit, dude. I gotta watch that still.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one of the best anime ever made. As far I've seen most of it, and it's really solid. It's like really strong in most categories. So yeah, I mean, I'd recommend it
for sure.
Yeah, you want to do like comparisons, right? Like,
I'm just saying, like, so how do you feel about it? I mean, do you agree? You know what I mean? Like that may have been that era was definitely a proprietor into how big anime is now. Or at least it's a big part of it, or even just half of it. Like the reason, like, because here's the thing, right?
I don't know, just like keep back and
I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. So okay, like Escaflowne.
Come
right?
on, Sam, make a declarative statement. Say it's the best of all time, and new anime sucks.
New anime sucks. Escaflowne is a classic. Okay, they showed that shit on Fox Kids, and it was violent.
Oh, it's like fantasy mecha, right?
It was like violent as shit, but they had to like cut it all weird, and the dub was terrible. but they showed it on Fox Kids.
Oh yeah, they had like a Kickstarter to try to redo the dub. I heard.
Yeah, they did. I don't know what happened
What's
to
your
it.
favorite anime from the year you were born?
I don't know how many I've watched from the year I was born.
Dude, Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. There
Dragon
we
Ball
go.
Z, the world's strongest.
The world's strong.
I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball Z came out. So
Yeah, the two
fuck,
Dragon Ball Z
beat
movies
that.
came out in 1990.
No, I'm talking 89, baby. Dragon Ball Z.
Are you that old?
Cash me outside,
You're not
dude.
that old.
Cash me outside. How about that? How about that?
Yo, I'm gonna look on the chart now.
Why'd you say 89? You're not that old.
Yeah, I am, dude.
Yeah,
I was
he's
born
older
at
than
like
me.
the very end of it.
Oh,
Ultimate Christmas
Nadia
cake,
of the
Madoka.
Samurai Pizza Cats came out on the year I was born. Fuck yeah, that's the shit.
Yeah,
Pizza-
Samurai Pizza. There you go.
It's a small list on here that I'm looking at, but
Dude,
oh,
I
there's
fucking win. Dragon Ball Z.
Nadia Secret of the Blue Water. There's one.
Wait, did that come out that year?
90. Yeah.
I thought it was 91.
SD
No, you're
Gundam
right.
Gaiden.
God, that show's bad.
You can
I didn't know if there was an
OVA if
SD
you
Gundam
want,
that
or
was
a
that
movie.
old.
Hentai. Okay, what is your hentai OVA, guys? Let's find out. I'm clicking on these charts from. It's called oldcharts.wordpress.
Okay,
or
the
whatever.
year I was born, there was a lot of awesome OVAs that came out.
Oh, it's not loading right now.
City Hunter,
Oh my god, it's not loading.
Record of Lotus War, Violence Jack. Those are all fucking awesome.
I've like not
Tom, did
even
you ever see-
heard of 99% of these.
Yeah, well, yeah, most of them.
I mean, you
just-
aren't Coco, aren't you
Boston,
aren't you like 21 or something? Aren't you like way younger?
26. What are you talking about?
How are you that far off? Oh my god.
Smokey, get out of
Mac
here.
is the youngest, and he's like 23.
Oh, okay, wait. 1990 OVA right here. Pat Labor, the new files.
Pat labor.
Pat
Yeah.
Labor.
Paid labor.
Dude, I can't find. Okay, I can't find OVA. Okay.
I'm on just Wikipedia
1989
right now.
Anime OVA. There we go. Let's just
But see,
Google it.
and here's the thing too, and I will say this: I wouldn't have heard of a lot of these OVAs if it weren't for my cousin, because he's the one who was like ordering them. He was ordering bootlegs. He was you know,
meeting like creepy guys.
he worked at Suncoast
Downtown.
Video. He worked at Suncoast Video, and when they closed down, he
Oh, fuck
stole that.
dude.
He stole
I
the
win. Guyver Biobuster armor. Sorry.
He stole the
Fire
genre. He stole the genre sign from the store that says anime on it, and he gave it to me. It's in my garage. But like, you guys seen it actually. But like, fucking, that's the only reason I have all these tapes, because he gave them to me. So he kept borrowing to me and Sudi when we were kids. That's the only reason. If that wasn't the case, then I probably wouldn't have known half of these either. But AD Police Files, that's another one. That's like a
Dude,
Mm.
Mobile
Gundam
Suit
Crisis.
Gundam, War in the Pocket. That's mine, baby.
War
Oh,
in the
nice.
Pocket is so fucking good, dude. Oh
How about
my
you
God.
get on my fucking level, Sam?
Dude, I'm
Even
sorry.
though I ain't seen
1989
that
was
one yet.
clearly just better. It also brought us Taylor
Dude, I'm
Swift.
sorry. I'll put a little bit of respect on it. Sorry.
Dude, I can basically marry her. Like, we're soulmates right now.
Wait, when's your birthday?
In the cast of Harry Potter, too.
I can basically marry her, okay?
Shout out to Taylor Swift.
Shout out.
Tweet at me at Blind Freeman.
Okay, so fucking
Yeah, it's not gonna
anyway.
happen.
Twitter.com.
Dude, why you gotta be all
Taylor
negative?
Swift.
Nombre? Shit, dude.
I think I'm shorter than her, too. Which would
You
be,
might be.
That'd
Anyway-
be even more baller, dude. I'd look
So-
like a fucking G, dude.
So
I'd
anyway,
make her wear high heels, too, just for the record.
Jesus
So I'd
Christ.
be even shorter looking.
So anyway, like what I'm saying, right, is like Escaflowne was a big thing. Ultimate Muscle was like a it originally was like a 80s or 70s anime, and then they did the new one with his kid, which was the one they showed on Fox Kids. Digimon
Yeah.
and Pokemon are still going strong. Well, not so much Digimon as Pokemon, but Digimon, they got those movies coming out right now, which are fucking awesome. Digimon Adventure Try. You know, Card Captors is finally getting a new series to the newest arc that they never did an anime for. And
Sailor Moon Crystal, Dragon Ball Super.
Why can't they
All
just
those.
revisit Card Captors and now she's like a magical woman?
Yeah. She's a Christmas cake and she's all like stressed out and
wait,
shit.
Quokka, you want
That'd
her
be
to be
funny.
older? That's weird, coming from you.
I'm saying it's interesting for the story.
Oh man.
No, don't worry about it. Anyway,
I had a joke for this. Let me find it.
Oh. Nick coming with the jokes like we said at the beginning in the intro.
All
Nick's
right,
gonna
well,
tell a joke now.
Oh yeah, Quokka. He likes young card captor just like he likes green bananas. There.
Oh.
I said that really poorly, but you know.
You're fired.
Sam, can you give me
You're
a laugh
fired.
here? Come on. Let's throw in the laugh track. He likes young card captor just like he likes green bananas.
Throw in the laugh track. Throw in the applause. Turn the applause light on. Here's the thing.
I'll be like Jeb Bush. Please clap.
So I mean,
Please clap.
that being said, I'm also watching Dragon Ball Super right now too. By the way.
God, please, Sam, that is just blasphemy. I've said it
sorry.
once. I'll say it again. If you don't watch the dub of Dragon Ball, you're doing it wrong.
I'm probably gonna watch it again because I want to hear it with the dub. But fucking, so I mean, how does it compare to now? What are we seeing now?
All right, so how's this shit compare to now? So, what do we got?
I'll tell you
here?
what we're seeing now.
Almost everything now is better than what we had then.
Nah, probably not. But
No, well, here's we have more. We have more. Like,
We have more better.
no.
We have like if you added up all the number of good shows now, then it would be more because
Yeah,
there's
we have
like
more better.
many times more shows, which is
Dude,
good.
So, okay.
But if you're talking like the cream of the crop, then we got an argument.
here's the
So like
thing.
let's
There's
say
more
like
better.
No, there isn't.
so Sam, let's say like top 10 from the 90s versus top 10 from this decade. Like which one do you think is better? Or you don't have to do it that way, but I'm just spitballing here.
I'm just saying, like, listen. There are OVAs that came out. And I'm sorry, OVAs count. Fuck you. They fucking count. Okay.
Yeah, of course, dude. Fucking Gunbuster.
Gunbuster.
Nick, you're the one that always complains about movies and OVAs aren't anime.
Yeah, they are. They're just not. They don't win best anime of the year if they're not a fucking TV show. Because that's the whole point.
We were talking.
We were doing
me and
the.
Nick are talking
what is
about
it, the
movies
Emmys?
specifically because movies.
Yeah, which one was it? Oscars versus some other one. Anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, fuck the Oscars. Anyway, the thing is this. Okay, there are so many OVAs that are probably at least a mile, if not miles, better than some of the shit coming out now.
Some of the shit. I'm
Some
saying
of
that
the
the
shit-
best stuff now is
some of the
better
sh-
than the best stuff then.
Some
in
of the shit.
Oh, I disagree there.
I
99%
disagree.
of the cases.
I disagree.
No.
I disagree.
From the,
Yeah.
Okay. From the 90s, you got Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop. Let me find the whole list. You got Revolutionary Girl Utena. You got fucking Ghost in the Shell. What else? Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z. Help me out here, Sam.
Boogie
Ninja
Pop-
Scroll.
Boogie
You haven't
Pop
really mentioned
Phantom.
that one.
Just kidding.
Fuck you. That was like 2000.
Fucking Rurouni Kenshin.
Legend of the Galactic
Yeah,
Heroes.
Galactic
But in the
better than a bunch of
2000s,
shit.
you have like Madoka Magica and Shogun Roku.
Not early 2000s.
which are not nearly as
And
good as
Konosuba.
Evangelion and Bebop. Konosuba is really fucking funny. That's up there with Golden Boy. Konosuba
It's
is really
certainly
fucking
better
Konosuba is really
than
good, actually.
Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball Z.
Well, you can't compare
You
Konosuba
can't
to
com-
Dragon Ball
you-
Z.
Yeah, that's. You'd have to compare something like Attack on Titan or FMA to Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, dude, Dragon Ball Z to like JoJo. Now there, JoJo's better, definitely. Maybe like old Dragon Ball is better.
I feel
but
like you need
Dragon Ball Z.
I feel like you need to chime down a little bit.
Are you serious? Sam, fuck you. You haven't even watched JoJo.
Look, listen.
JoJo's the best fucking shonen ever
being
made,
a
dude. Come
proprietor
on.
and self-proclaimed know-it-all of the '90s. I grew up with the JoJo's arcade game, and that was enough for me. Okay, so just
Oh, okay, yeah,
just
Sam's
calm down.
being fucking casual. Sam, do you even do Wang, bro?
Dwayne,
Come on.
he was a good character.
What
in
a
the game.
lovely
He was actually
Dwayne.
really good. Listen, Quokka, I think what the problem you're
Listen.
having is that you came into the anime world all late, so now you're all like, you can just give it a chance, bro. Like, I feel like I could give you a list of OVAs, and you'll be like, wow, these are all better than everything I'm watching now.
Dude, I didn't even mention Berserk. Berserk is up there,
Oh,
too.
Berserk! Wow,
Old Berserk versus new Berserk.
that's not even
The
a
2000, the 2010s also has Sakura Trick, Come at me, bro.
Nah.
Which is
Come at me,
better
bro.
than Cowboy Bebop.
And
you heard it here first.
Yurikuma Arashi.
Oh my God.
Which is better than fucking Utena. Nope, it's not. Same guy made him, though.
Oh my God, man, Kogi, you need to sit down
I am.
Slam Dunk versus Kuroko Basket. I have not seen Kuroko's Basket, but
I'm saying when
now?
you got like a Saturday to just fart around and be stupid.
That never happens. I don't have.
We could do Cowboy Bebop versus Space Dandy.
Then get off of this podcast because you gotta watch.
Like kind of fair.
You gotta watch. Listen.
You gotta
look. I shouldn't have to fucking tell you. Like you just gotta. You gotta watch shit. Like I'm sounding like Nick, and that sucks. But like, god damn it, dude. Like you
dude,
gotta...
Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon.
Better
than
We're
Madoka.
watching 2 shows from the 90s right now.
What? Which ones?
Paranoia Agent and Lieutenant.
Okay, Paranoia Agent's
okay. Never mind.
Yeah,
that's
Paranoia
good.
Agent's really good.
All right.
Okay, yeah, all right.
I got that's respect.
All right, everyone, stop you on that
Lieutenant?
quokka. Okay.
Lieutenant's from 98, I think. 97.
Well, Paranoia Agent's like
that's
early
the one that you gave
2000s,
me, right, for the trade thing.
No, I gave you Princess Tutu. You can
Princess
switch it if you
Tutu.
want, dude.
No, we already watched part of Lieutenant for a different episode. I was getting confused.
Wait, so which one are you watching? Because just whatever you're going,
Tutu.
just continue with that. Okay,
Tutu,
I was like,
okay.
you already started Lieutenant, just keep going.
Fucking Initial D, man.
Dude, Initial D. Okay, so I started that last week, and I'm blazing through it, dude. Fucking great show.
It's easy to watch.
Blazing.
It's really easy to watch.
Dude, because it has that like EDM pop soundtrack that's so catchy.
It's like Europop. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's like Europop. It's fucking awesome.
It's like,
and then they're just like drifting down the track, and it's all dramatic and shit. And
Space Cowboy,
and their faces are so fucking derpy, dude. Like the main character's sidekick, he just has like a beak for a mouth.
Yeah, Iggy or whatever his name is. He's like, eh.
Oh my god. He like buys the wrong car because he doesn't bother to check what it is.
Right? Yeah. And Takumi's like, the fuck.
Yeah, the main character just has like a permanently like blank look on his face.
Yeah, he's got like no emotion at all. He's just like,
yeah. Anyway, enough Initial D jerking off.
Initial D was a fun arcade game though, for sure. Like,
yeah, that was like a gaming franchise too, wasn't it?
There was the arcade games, and I don't think they made any home console stuff. If they did, it was for Japan only. But they had an arcade machine, and there was version 1, 2, and 3, and basically version 2 and 3 are just add-ons to the original. They added more cars, more modes and shit, whatever. Anyway,
yeah,
you put $1 in. Well, okay, so let's say the game was 50 cents. You would put 50 cents to play, and then if you wanted to make a car, you would put $1 in, and then it'll make a car, and then it'll print you a little Initial D card with your name, the kind of car you have, and it would stamp every time you completed a mountain, and because you had to race 3 people each mountain, and then from there on out, you just put your card in and put in 50 cents.
That's Tokyo Drift, the video game, right?
Actually, yes. Tokyo Drift was heavily inspired by Initial D, and Maximum Tune. But like, yeah, no, it was a fun game. I still have my Initial D cards. I have an Evo 3, a Treno, and an RX-7, a Mazda RX-7. It's fucking awesome. I won with my RX-7 all the time against fucking what's his name, Calvin Koppel. Remember Calvin Koppel?
Oh, dude, Calvin.
Yeah, fuck Calvin, dude. Yeah, no, he's legit, but fuck him. I fucking wasted his ass in Initial D.
Yeah, he came over and we were playing cards one night. This is just not important to the podcast, but he was just like shitting his brains out, and then he's like eating corn nuts right afterward. He's like, God, my stomach hurts so bad, and he just keeps eating junk food.
Stop fucking eating corn nuts.
Fucking, oh my god. I hope he doesn't listen to this episode. Anyway, it's like fucking.
Shout out to Calvin, dude. I love Calvin.
Dude,
man.
shout out to Calvin.
Don't even talk shit, man.
I grew up with that bitch. Anyway, listen, Kolga. Here's your problem.
What's my problem?
Is you're being a little bitch. Okay. You don't understand.
Thanks for clearing that up.
But dude, like if we had to mention some ones that everybody should watch,
dude,
Yu Yu Hakusho.
We already did. Oh, we didn't talk about. Okay, so Yu Yu Hakusho versus Hunter x Hunter.
Oh,
there we go. That's tough actually, because I've seen both.
I haven't seen both.
I've seen the 2011 Hunter x Hunter. There's actually another 1999 version of it.
Right.
So basically, the 90s still wins here because it has 2 series. But, yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho is a really fucking good shonen. Like, oh my god,
I hate those shows. Those kinds of shows.
The dub is phenomenal too. Like top tier.
I love when he yells "Spirit Gun." Like it's so badass.
I love when he spirit guns the other guy in the ass.
That's right.
as like a joke. Like it actually happened in the
Real
show.
talk, Google Byakko from the Sank Beast arc and put it next to a picture of Smokey and tell me you can't see like how similar they look. Like,
Send us your fan art.
yeah, for real. But freaking yeah, dude. I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Yu Yu Hakusho's
Dude,
great.
that's a toss up though. Yu Yu Hakusho versus Hunter x Hunter. That's like it's made by the same guy. Forgot his name. Not gonna look it up right now. But anyway,
So
both really good shonens. That's like a tie.
I'm
So
just gonna
would you-
say Love Live is better than Key.
That's probably true. So yeah, Moe is way better now. Like cute ass shit is just generally better.
So we
Maybe
need
Sailor
to
Moon is pretty
we need to
good.
wrap this up.
Do we already? Shit.
Do we?
We
We got a little
yes,
time. We
we
got a
do.
little time. Shit.
Well, nah, here's the thing. I think we can all agree at least that was a big era. That if that era didn't happen the way it happened, I think there would not be a lot of anime to choose from now. At least
Make
not here
anime
in
great
America.
again.
At least not here in America. You know, we now, like what Koga said, there's a shit ton more to choose from. You know, there's so much stuff to watch.
Yeah, it was like 5 times as much.
It's
I'll
Mo
just-
better.
I'll definitely say the stuff that's like slice of life now is way better than any attempt at slice of life before.
Except for Totoro.
Except for
Ghibli
Totoro,
movies, Ghibli movies are good.
Yeah,
Totoro
Ghibli's.
wasn't slice of life.
Yeah, it is. Anyways,
Shout out to the greatest slice of life ever made.
here's my
yeah.
final thought. I'm gonna mention 3 OVAs that are all done by ADV that you need to watch, and then that's my final thought, and I'm done. The 4-episode OVA Sakura Wars.
Aw.
The 5-episode. There's a TV series, but the OVA is really good. The 5-episode OVA Galaxy Fraulein Yuna.
Mm.
I have on DVD. It's great.
Mm.
Actually, I mentioned 4. Fuck you. The 4-episode, 5-episode. I think it's 4 or 5. I don't remember. Rune Explorers, and with number 4, freaking Dragon Half.
Mm.
They're all on YouTube. Probably because they're so old.
So Destiny.
All right.
I'm saying they're all on YouTube. You can probably watch them because they're so fucking
I'll
old.
check those out. Link in the show notes.
Link in the show notes, you stupid bitch.
I got 2 OVAs real quick.
Okay.
First of all, there's one called Bastard.
Oh, so
Came out in
good.
the early 90s. It's just like dark fantasy / comedy, ecchi. It's just, it's everything you want in like a D&D type show. It's fucking great. I would compare it maybe a little bit to Rage of Bahamut, sort of, not really, but if you've seen Rage of Bahamut or Berserk, you'll like Bastard. The second one,
Bastard.
one of the greatest comedies ever made in English dub, Garzy's Wing.
I've never heard of that. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
Garzy's Wing. It was made by the same guy who made Gundam, Yoshiyuki Tomino. How he made this, I don't fucking know, because it was awful, but it was so fucking funny when they dubbed it.
It was
like
awful.
none of what they did made sense. It just like flitted around and crazy shit happens, and it has like a bunch of classic lines. I would compare it sort of to The Room, the movie. It's unintentionally bad yet still really funny. So check out Garzy's Wing. That's what I got.
Nice.
Okay. I just want to say everybody should go check out the clickbaitiest anime video of the week on YouTube by Black Critic Guy called Konosuba equals worst anime of the decade.
That's how you do it. Props
man.
right there.
So
We got to step up our clickbait game.
Much clickbait. So
That's true.
wow.
What if we just put like anime YouTuber names in the title of all our videos? Just be like, Digibro, Black Critic Guy, Anime Snob. just have like a bunch, or like you put in like Glass Reflection, Giga, just all the big ones. See how many people click on it. Should try it
Okay,
out.
so on that bombshell, I've been Quokka. With me has been Nick and Sam. Max off, going down on some kraut.
In Germany.
And this has been the 90s Summit Podcast.